Hello, you beautiful young woman.
Young women of Roundup, Montana.
We are back from greeting you from Vienna, Austria. So cool.
We're fun. We're relatable.
So we just wanted to make a quick little video for you because, believe it or not, we used to be your age once.
Like
maybe a year ago.
I'm like, we're both 20. I don't know why we're acting like we know things.
We know
maybe
so much. No,
Yes.
we don't. But we have been your age. We have been in high school, and we're like, well, maybe we could be a little relatable. Maybe more relatable than like
leaders.
Yeah. No offense, Mom, but you just don't believe. Anyway, so we just wanted to kind of tell you what we have found helps us when we have questions in life, because we all have questions or doubts or concerns, and sometimes it's hard to know where to find an answer in the gospel.
Exactly.
And so zum Beispiel, or for example, sorry, a little German in there.
I haven't spoken English in so long. It's so hard to speak my native tongue.
A question that I had in high school a lot. I was pretty insecure in high school. I was always like, not sure of who I was, and I had a hard time. Like, I was not always the happiest, but I didn't really know where to go for answers, and so I just became less and less happy.
Yeah, and for me personally, I don't know, I feel like this time of life is where we end up having a lot of questions about what we want to do in the future, what we maybe want to study in college, or, you know, if we're even going to graduate high school. Like, we have a lot of concerns and questions that kind of come up at this phase of life. And so it's nice having a sort of guide to, I don't know, the gospel is a good guide, a good way to learn more. Sorry, I can't spit out my thoughts today. But basically, using the gospel is a good way to kind of build up our self-worth and also find the answers to questions that we may have.
Yep, exactly right. Good job.
Thank you.
And so we just thought we'd real quick just show you how we have found in our lives it helps to find answers to these questions or concerns using resources provided to us by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Genau.
So,
Exactly.
Would you like to go first?
Yes, so something that I have done a lot, especially just in terms of personal scripture study, something that's kind of been helpful to me is studying by topic. So if I have a question or something that I'm really looking for, a lot of times I will turn to the topical guide in the scriptures.
Which is found in the Holy Bible.
Yeah, so I have like the Bible and then a separate Book of Mormon and all that. But anyway, so it's at the end of the Bible, topical guide, and then I'll just look up specific topics. So for example, peace would be something you could look up, and you can find the scriptures for it. And for here it says, see also comfort, contentment, order, peacemakers, peace of God, silence. And so you can kind of study different topics that way and find the scriptures that are going to help you the most. So I'll usually like look at the little quote thingies, not quote, but like the little lines that it'll show from the scriptures, and then you just sort of go from there, decide what you think you need to hear. And that helps to sort of narrow down your thoughts a little bit more so you can get...
And often what you'll find is if you go through a topic like this and read the different scriptures, there will usually be like one or two scriptures that will say exactly what you needed to hear, and you'll be like, oh.
Yeah. Maybe not all of them will be exactly what you need to hear, but there will be at least something that the Lord has prepared for you in the scriptures.
Exactly. And then what I like to do, so that's a great way, I like to use the app because I like to be cool with the kids.
She's more high-tech than I am, I guess.
The app, and so here's a little gospel media app, and I like to go down here. It's on this little thing, it's called topics. So you click on topics, and then it's called gospel topics. And then here is tons and tons of different topics with different things you can study. Yes, she's very helpful. And so today I thought I would say I'm not feeling very happy. I've maybe gone through a hard time. I'm sick of being quarantined, and I'm just not happy, which is a very relatable thing. I have dealt with that in the last couple weeks because it's not very fun to be quarantined all the time. No. And so I would find happiness, which is right here, I think. Yep. And then this whole thing comes up with about and grief. Okay, those go together. You want to find happiness after grief. But then there's this whole thing about happiness, and these topics are so cool because then it describes what the churches has to say about happiness. It gives a bunch of scriptures as well, so it's kind of like the topical guide, but easier because you can just click it. There's your scripture. But it also has then talks given by general authorities, and so you can go read a talk on happiness. I love talks because they're like more relatable sometimes, and I can be like, oh, there's a story along with it. There's videos with some of them, so you can watch some videos about how they have found happiness. There's some songs you can listen to if you like listening to music. So there's just a bunch of different stuff you can do, and so when I'm feeling sad or something, then I would be like, okay, I want more happiness in my life. I go read all this stuff on it. Suddenly I know what to do to be happier, and it helps me a lot. And you can do that with any topic. You can study self-worth, what your identity as a daughter of God is, and so on. There's so much you can study. So those are just our little tips on how we study when we want an answer for something, or when we need just peace. And we find that a lot in the scriptures.
Exactly.
So anyway, that's our little...
Wanted to share that with you guys.
Yes, hope you're having a great day. Stay sane,
Yes,
stay healthy, stay happy.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you next time, probably. We're kind of fans of making these, so good job.
Whether you watch them or not.
This is how... No, we gotta do a better one.
I know, sorry.
Goodbye. Tschüss!